Oksana says, can you please give us the prophecies and explain them of what we, the church, should do in the days of the Great Tribulation? Giant subject, okay? Giant subject. The saints, the believers that will be at the end of the age, coming up to the Great Tribulation, leading to the return of the Lord, it says there are 3 destinies for us. The 3 destinies are that some are going to take up the sword, meaning there's going to be hostilities. People's lives will be threatened. And there will be some brethren who will believe that the right way to get through this situation is to arm themselves, defend themselves, and with hostile, violence. I'm not telling you that that's wrong. I'm just going to tell you a spiritual law. He who takes up the sword will die by the sword. That's what the Messiah has said. If you get into that kind of hostility, that kind of warfare, there's a very good chance you're going to die through that very methodology you're trying to use to defend yourself. But the scripture says there will be a lot of brethren who will do this. There will be a lot of brethren who will take up arms to defend themselves. I know of a whole bunch of them in the United States of America. The second thing it says, there are some destined to be captured. Some saints are simply not going to escape. They're not going to be defending themselves with arms, and they're going to be taken captive. And the prophecy is very explicit about this. It says they will be taken captive. They're to remain faithful to the Lord. Only this time you're going to go to a super class concentration kind of camp where they're just going to process you in 10 days and kill you. They are not going to waste a bunch of money feeding you. They're just going to kill you. By the way, we have the exact same thing going on in Turkey right now today. The coup that just took place in Turkey, the Turkish government has just arrested some 13,000 people that have participated, they claim have participated in the coup, that were against the government and were in support of the coup and so forth. And they've decided they do not want to spend the money putting them in prison for years and paying for their food and lodging and all that. They've decided it would be far more economical just kill them all. I mean, right now today, the Turkish government is essentially announcing, we're going to kill them. We're not, they're in jail right now and they're getting ready to be executed. And the world is kind of like, what? Well, let me tell you, in this great tribulation, they're going to do exactly the same thing. They're going to keep a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of believers, they're going to capture, and they're not going to spend the money, put you in a concentration camp like the Nazis did, where you live there a few years until the Lord shows up. No, the scripture, I can show you right there in Revelation 2, it says, be faithful. Your tribulation is going to be 10 days, and then remain faithful so you might receive the crown of life. That's clearly saying you're going to die within 10 days. So that's the second destiny. The third destiny is a complex one. It's called you escape, you survive, and you endure until the Lord returns. That's what we call the greater exodus. The people, and there's a specific escape plan. There's a specific set of prophecies that says how this happens. They escape at a future Passover. They go into the wilderness of the peoples. They get out of the cities. They establish the camp of the righteous. God provides food for them, water for them, defense for them. They have to bring their own shelter. They have to bring their own shelter. They have to bring their own shelter. They're going to be just like the children of Israel on a great journey. Instead of for 40 years, their journey is for 42 months. Now, is everybody going to be doing this? No. The remnant. The people that are going to see the coming of the Lord at the end. The people that will see the resurrection and then be translated with those as they're being resurrected from the grave. And they will be alive and change at the same time of the resurrection. There's going to be some people on the earth that are going to see the coming of the Lord that believe in the Lord. It'll be this group. The scripture basically says these are the three destinies. So I say to all brethren who believe in the Lord, who as we get ready to go into the great tribulation, which one of the three do you want to be a part of? And by the way, they're called destinies. The decision may be made for you. You know, when you have a destiny, that means you don't really make the decision. The decision gets made for you. But I can tell you this. If you'll start keeping the commandments of the Lord, in all likelihood, this is your destiny. This is probably your destiny. These are the destinies of the people who don't prepare. Well, this guy prepares lots of arms. This guy prepares nothing. So this guy is the one who is anticipating the coming of the Lord and has paying attention. He's a watchman on the wall. Those are the destinies of the saints, and that's how we prepare for the great tribulation.